Hello guys and welcome to day 5 of our beginners challenge. So let's come on over to a mat. Today we're going to start in child's pose. So if you like, you can bring a blanket over or a pillow, and you can place this under your just under your head, just for a little bit of rest and support. Otherwise you can just come straight to your mat, sit your bum to your heels. Allow your hands to reach forward, shoulder distance apart, and allow your head to fall between your hands and rest on the ground. Giving ourselves a moment to come into the space as we begin our practice today. And child's pose is a nice way to start our practice. Allowing us to close our eyes and to rest into the present moment. And from this position, as we rest our hands on the ground, just easing in, making no effort, no pressure on any of our limbs, noticing any sensations in our body. How are your feet feeling? Are they tired? Are they heavy? Are they light? Are they tingling? How are your hips? Do they feel tired or tight? Or nice and relaxed? And what about your shoulders, your upper back, your neck? Do you notice any tension, any tightness in these areas? Or are they quite relaxed? And again here, not judging any of the feelings and sensations that we notice in the body, just becoming aware of them so we can observe how and if these change during our practice today. Noticing the sounds around you, any noise from people in rooms next door or people on the street, any sounds of pets or birds, any music playing, and just being aware of that in the background and welcoming it. And from here, on the inhale, press into our hands, lifting our hips, and on the exhale, we'll allow our hips to lower onto the ground, nice and easy. So bringing our feet hip distance apart, bringing our hands so that our elbows are directly underneath our shoulders, hands facing forward, and just lifting our tummy ever so slightly, allowing that gentle, easy bend in our back, nice soft back bend here. So this is our Sphinx pose. We draw our belly in, allow our shoulders to relax down, allow our gaze just to be straight out ahead as we inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Deepening our inhale and drawing in through the nose. Slowing our exhale and exhaling through our nose. One more like that. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. From here, we're just going to stretch out our quads. So we'll turn our right forearm so it's parallel with the front of the mat. We'll reach your left hand around, bend our left foot. From here, we can keep our hand reaching in the direction of our foot. Maybe we can't catch our foot, maybe we can. So even if we just hold it here, we're getting a nice stretch. If we have a scarf, we can always wrap it around the back of our foot and draw it in. So that's another option. If you can catch your foot, bring your hand around the back of it and just start to draw it in towards your bum. You can bring your gaze forward and just breathe into the sensations you feel here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. And then releasing our grip, allowing that foot to gently come back down. From here we'll move to the left hand side. So we'll bring our left arm, forearm parallel with the front of the mat. We'll firm through our left leg. We'll bend our right knee. We'll turn around with our hand, our right arm, stretching in the direction of our leg. Now we can pause here and we're still getting that nice stretch. Again, if you have a scarf, you can wrap it around and draw your foot in. If you feel you can reach your foot, then you can bring your hand around the back of the foot and just gently start to draw it in towards your bum, as much as your body will allow. Your gaze, you can redirect it forward and down in front of you. And begin to focus on cultivating a nice deep inhale and exhale through your nose. With all of the moves, as we're starting in beginners especially, it's a good place to bring this in. You want to go to the point where you feel challenged, but you don't want to strain your body. So just being aware of your own limitations and of your own body, and just moving through to the best of your abilities. Inhale and exhale, and one more time, inhaling and exhaling. From here we'll release the grip on our foot, allow our right foot to come back down, bring our hands back by our side, and from here we're going to bring our hands by our rib cage, bring our elbows in. So you don't want your elbows sticking out, you want them in. And we're just going to press through our legs and lift slightly into Cobra. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. I'm going to hold here for a few more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And one more time, inhale. And on the exhale, allowing ourselves to come down. From here, as we inhale, we press into our hands and feet and come into our tabletop position. So let's realign ourselves. In our tabletop, we want our wrists stacked under our shoulders and our knees directly under our hips. Our gaze is straight forward, and we're going to start to move straight into some cats and cows. So beginning to tilt from our tailbone, gently moving up through the spine, middle back, upper back, shoulders, neck, allowing our head to lift, our gaze to come towards the sky or the ceiling. And as we exhale, Tucking our tailbone, so we start to tuck from the lower spine again, coming through our mid back, upper back, allowing our head to come in towards our chest, drawing our chin in, maybe pausing for a moment, and then moving back into our cow position as we curl our spine, gently rolling through vertebrae by vertebrae, bringing our gaze up, and then drawing back in, allowing our head, our neck and our chin to be the last to come in. Pausing for a moment, noticing any sensations, especially in the neck and upper back, and then beginning to move through it again. So cat and cow is a lovely way to wake up the spine, especially early in the day. We've just got out of bed. And as well, it's a nice way to check in and notice any areas where there's any tightness. And it's a nice way to loosen those areas up by moving gently and breathing space into these places. Lovely, and we'll just do one more round at your own pace. I have an alarm set on my phone, and or on my watch, and I keep forgetting to change it. It's from ages ago. So, and coming back up. From here, coming into a neutral position, and we're going to move back into that down dog position that we were learning a few days ago. So we'll walk our hands, a few handprints forwards, we'll tuck our toes, and from here we're going to lift our knees, lift our hips nice and high, allow our head to drop between our hands, maybe adjusting our stance slightly, coming into our first hand dog of today. So from here you might want to bring a little bend in your knees if your hamstrings feel tight. Also, you can shorten your stance and walk your hands a little bit closer in, and this might make it a little bit easier for you to hold the down dog. So again, that's perfect. We're starting off and we just want to get familiar with getting into the down dog position. Most important here is that we want to make sure to keep our back nice and long, our spine supported. We keep our hands shoulder distance apart. We press through all 10 knuckles. Draw our shoulders down and back, our hips nice and high. Pressing through all 10 knuckles in our feet. We get that lift up through our legs. Allow our head to drop between our arms. And again, keeping that bend in your knees if it makes you feel more comfortable in holding this position. We'll be staying here for a few breaths. You can have your feet hip distance apart or slightly closer, so whatever suits you. Whatever feels better for your own body. So from here we're going to start working on a little bit of our sun salutation again. So what we'll do is just very gently, we'll start to bend our knees and walk our hands and feet towards each other, coming more or less towards the center of our mat. From here we'll bring our hand to our opposite elbow, slight bend in the knees, and we're in a nice standing forward fold. So just rocking gently here from side to side. Inhaling, exhaling, inhale, and exhale, inhale, and exhale, inhale, starting to slower rock, coming to center. And from here we'll inhale as we bring our hands to the fingertips on the floor, to our shins or to our thighs. So I'm going to rest mine on my shins today. Gaze is down and forward. Inhale and exhale. Spine is nice and long and supported. Inhale and exhale. Make sure you're pressing through those 3 points in your feet. Inhale and exhale. As you press through your feet, you'll feel a nice lift in your quads. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. And as we exhale, we bend our knees slightly, fold forward, and then we'll begin to gently roll up through our spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, nice and slowly, nice and gently coming into our standing position, rolling our shoulders once, rolling them twice, and maybe bringing our feet hip distance apart or slightly closer in our nice mountain pose, hips facing forward, hands by our sides. So we have our nice mountain alignment, adjusting our shoulders. And from here we'll inhale and exhale. Continue, inhale. Inhale again. And exhale. Here, we'll raise our hands up, draw our palms together, allow our eyes to follow. And on the exhale, we lower our arms to our side, Samasthiti. On the inhale, we'll raise our arms up, draw our palms together. And on the exhale, we'll bring our arms out to the side, parallel to the floor. We'll hinge from our hips and we'll come forward like a nice little swan dive. From here, in our forward fold, we'll inhale, bring our hands to our shins, into monkey pose. And exhale as we release. So we're going to come to a standing position and we're going to practice a new pose today. So we're going to do a side lunge twist. So actually coming down onto our knees, into our tabletop, we're going to step our right foot forward and we're going to bring our right knee above our right ankle. We're going to bring our hands to either side of our front foot. Back foot, we'll have our toe tucked for a bit of extra stability, flat to the ground if you feel a bit more stable. I'm going to just leave it tucked for now. And here, our back hip is more or less above our back knee. And we're going to press our left hand into the ground and we're just going to open up that right arm to the side. And allow our gaze to come to a raised hand or otherwise straight ahead. And breathing here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale as you press through your left hand and left foot. And exhale. Inhale, drawing energy up from the ground. Exhale, releasing any old stale energy. Inhale, maybe allowing yourself to twist that little bit deeper. And exhale. And one more time. Inhale, nice long deep breath through the nose. And exhale. We'll lower our right hand to the outside of our right foot. We'll untuck our left toe, and from here we'll move that foot back, bring our left foot forward. So now we have our back hip above our back knee, our front knee above our front ankle, our hands on either side of our foot, and I'm going to keep that back foot tucked. Pressing through the right hand, our wrist is under our shoulder, and we'll inhale and raise the left hand. So I'm going to allow my gaze to come up towards my raised hand, or I can keep it straight ahead. So wherever is more comfortable. If you're having difficulty with balance, then as I am now, keeping your head straight forward. If you're feeling a bit more balanced, then raising it towards the left hand. Inhaling here. And exhale. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhale as we notice any shaking in the body and welcome it. It means we're working. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling as we press through our left foot and right hand. And exhaling as we lower our left hand to the outside of our left foot, and we step back to a tabletop position. So from here, we'll start to wind down. Allow ourselves to come into a constructive rest position. So just lower onto your back, bend your knees, bring your feet mat distance apart, and allow your knees to fall into each other. Rest your right hand on your lower belly, your left hand on your center chest. Allow your eyes to close. Make any adjustments you need so that your lower back isn't in contact with the ground. Just inhaling here. And exhaling. Noticing how your body feels after a flow today. Noticing how your breath feels now. And allowing your breathing to return to its natural rhythm. From here, you can stay and rest here for a moment if you have time. Otherwise, bringing your left hand out to cactus position, turning your knees to the left, pressing up through your right hand, and meeting in easy pose in the center of our mat. Hands to heart center. As you go forward, may you have peace in your thoughts, in your words, in your heart, in your body and soul. Namaste.